If you're like me and have always wanted to see the auroras in our province and still haven't, well, listen up. Our next guest says that aurora chasing is an easy mode. Just consider what many folks saw up last night: reds, greens, purples, all sorts of colors. Justin Anderson is one of the moderators of the Manitoba Aurora and Astronomy Facebook group, and he joins us by Zoom. Hi, Justin.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You were out by Nipawa last night. What did it look like?
It was actually a really great show. Every aurora display is different in every way. Some of them really bright dancing, some of them are colorful, and last night was the one of the most red show we've seen this year, if not this entire 11-year cycle. So it was a really great night. You could see the reds to the naked eye, like even if you were driving, some people were able to see them, and on the camera, they looked incredible.
What's your sense of why it was so red?
What happens is the particles in the atmosphere that come in, they hit every different molecules in our atmosphere, like oxygen, high altitude oxygen, nitrogen, helium, different elements, and it hit high altitude oxygen, which causes red. And in that time, there was just enough high altitude oxygen, not too much, but just a perfect amount to cause a really, really bright red.
I know you smiled when I said that, or it's aurora chasing easy mode. What did you mean by that? Why did you describe it that way?
Yeah, I mean, 15 years ago, if you wanted to chase the Northern Lights, you had to go on to NASA's website, look at their data, understand what the satellites are reading, and try to be able to capture it in that moment. Today, there's a lot of us like myself out there that love the Northern Lights that we want to just not only capture it, but share it with others. And that's what the Manitoba Aurora and Astronomy group is there for. What we do is we'll post a thread in the group that says, hey, chances are looking really good tonight. And then you can see people in the community, they can reply and say, oh, I'm in Winnipeg and I'm seeing it, or I'm in Brandon and I'm seeing it. And it really helps other people realize that, okay, well, I'm in Morden and someone's seen it, I can go see it as well. So it's a really great resource for the entire province of Manitoba to come together and have 70,000 people there saying, I'm seeing it right now, you should too. So yeah, those threads are posted every night that the aurora looks really good or the data looks really good. And what happens is we'll also post a notification in our Instagram and Facebook channels, and that'll send a push notification right to your phone saying, hey, chances are good. Take a look. Here's the link to the Facebook group, and then you could follow along for yourself.
And,
So
and you're not talking about,
makes life a little bit easier.
it's not just like a couple dozen folks. Like you have hundreds of folks and potentially thousands of folks. I mean, how many do you figure were out who are just part of your group, following your group, who were out last night? What's your sense based on what people have been posting?
As far as the engagement looks, it looks right around the 8,000 to 10,000 mark right now. But a lot of people go out and don't post photos or don't take photos and just enjoy it. So it's hard to say. It could have been more than that. It could have been a little less than that. But it does look like right around the 10,000, 8 to 10,000 mark is what saw our thread and kind of got involved last night.
I'm looking at one of the photos from one of your contributors, showing a photo of the Centre of Canada sign, and just above it is this like beautiful red. What kinds of reactions have you been seeing from folks as they post or as they talk to you or they message you? What's your sense of how excited people are and why they're excited?
One of my favorite things I get is I'll get messages from people like friends of mine, and people in the community will message me and say, "Hey, the aurora's out," and I'm already out taking photos. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that will send me messages and say, "Hey, look." And yeah, last night was really special because you were able to see it with your naked eye, which sometimes the aurora is there to the naked eye, sometimes it's not as good. Last night was incredible. So a lot of people are really excited for that reason. And yeah, just a ton of people, shockingly got to see the aurora for the first time, which we've seen it probably about 5 or 6 huge shows this year already. So a lot of people have been seeing it for the first time or their second time, and that's usually when the addiction starts. So that's when people go, okay, I'm not missing another one. And that's what claimed me.
Do you expect to have more of these sorts of shows, or was last night a one-time thing?
Oh, it's not a one-time thing at all. So we're in the peak of a solar maximum right now, which means the sun is really active. And for people that don't know, the sun is what causes the northern lights. So as
It's
the
those
sun gets
solar
more
flares,
active,
right?
yeah, exactly. So as the sun gets active, we get more activity on the earth. And right now, the sun is maximum. It's the most active it's going to be. And what people don't realize is the back half, the lower end of maximum, the next 2 to 3 years, is generally when the biggest shows of the year come, or the 11-year cycle comes. So a lot of people will remember 2003 as a great year, 2017 as a great year, and 2024 is currently the maximum. So we do anticipate 25, 26, 27 to be really good. And Manitoba is one of the great locations where even if we're not in maximum, we get incredible northern lights.
And like you said, follow your Facebook page slash Instagram page because that's where you'll be sending those alerts.
Exactly. Yeah. It's on our Instagram and it's also on our Facebook. And the most important thing is to go out with high hopes and low expectations. And that's the name of my business.
It's the best way to do it. Justin, appreciate you making time today. Thank you. And happy looking up there during nighttime. Take care.
Take care.
Justin Anderson, one of the moderators of the Manitoba Aurora and Astronomy Facebook group. I'm sure there's another way of saying happy looking up there. We'll figure it out.